Jazz Band, which is the second of our two jazz bands here at Bjhs. A lot of younger players and some people who are doing both A and B jazz bands here at Bjhs. That was Killer Joe by Benny Golson and Quincy Jones, featuring soloist Cassie Volkin on tenor sax, Emily Geary back there on trumpet, our wonderful trombone section. How about that? That was and then that whole tune kind of centers around our wonderful rhythm sections. Let's give those guys a round of applause. Okay, I'm going to introduce our wonderful bari sax player, Gray Vandenberg, to talk about our next tune.
All right, so when I went to All-State Jazz this past year, my gold band clinic clinician, Antonio Garcia, had us play our final tune, and he taught it to us from memory. So we had to remember what we were doing and improvise over the chord changes. And it was a really cool concept for me because I took it back here, and we're doing a song in B and A band that centers around this idea. The song that we're about to play is Blue Bossa, which is you heard the combo play it earlier, but what I did here was we taught the entire band the song from memory, and I did a little light arranging in Sibelius, and I made a little arrangement around it, and you're going to hear improvised solos from 4 different people here, and I really think you're going to enjoy it. So thank you to Ms. Thomas for giving me the opportunity to do this. It was a really fun experience for me, and I hope that it taught our wonderful B band how to improvise just a little bit better. So thank you all.
think the students would agree with me, this was our most challenging piece for the semester. It's in 3/4, which is already kind of weird to play in jazz, but I think it's really stretched each player to kind of mature and grow and kind of come into their own. This tune is by Wes Montgomery, and it features Claire Magnuson on tenor sax solo and Brett Manus on trumpet. introduce each member of the ensemble to you. You've already met Gray. We have Cassie Volkin on tenor sax, Cassie Rehage on alto sax. She is a senior, so she'll be graduating in 2 days, and we're extremely sad to miss her, especially on oboe and wind ensemble. Aaron Zecker on alto, Chad Sykes on alto. Chad is actually a James Clemens student, but since jazz band is offered as a class at Bob Jones and not James Clemens, he comes over and gets to make some good music with us, so we're glad to have him. Claire Magnuson on tenor sax. Let's go trombones, Alex Meyer. On trombone, Stephen Yerby, Michael Todd. Candace Lyons on bass trombone. Heard a good note from her in that last one. Brett Manus on trumpet, Sophia Almanza trumpet, Emily Geary trumpet, and William Davenport on trumpet. Our lovely rhythm section is actually comprised of a whole lot of wind players, which I think is really neat. So Walker White on drums. You'll see him later on lead trombone in a jazz band, so he kind of jumped in and loved playing drum set this semester. Joshua Todd, another senior, he's also a flute player, very fantastic flute player, so we're sad to see him go as well. Graham Jones on the other bass guitar is actually a French horn player, so that's fun. Kayla Moyers on lead guitar is a tuba player, among other things, but principally tuba. And Eric Hurley is a wonderful alto sax player, but also a very talented piano player. So this is our B Jazz Band we're going to close with. Yeah. I also did want to acknowledge the few that do play with both ensembles. It is quite a bit of work to do that. They're coming, our jazz band class meets before school on Tuesday and Thursday, or on Wednesday after school. So those who are playing in both come for all 3 of those days. So Gray plays in both. Cassie Volkin, you'll see here later, on alto sax and A band. Brett plays in both, and I already mentioned that Walker plays in both. So thank you so much to those 4 students for doing double duty for us. Okay, we're going to close with a really well-known tune. If you know the vocal part to it, please feel free to shout it out with us. This is Pennsylvania 65000, featuring solos by William Davenport and Cassie Rehage. personnel here and be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you.